Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Addie. Today, I thought I would walk you through some simple tips, tricks, things that I do to stay within budget and to save money, because I know things have just kind of inflated a lot over a broad range of categories. So wanted to give you some tips and tricks. Drink water. Water is gonna get you so far. Not only is it good for you, especially in the summer, keep you hydrated, but it's gonna save you so much money not drinking soda, not drinking alcoholic beverages. All those things, stick to water. If you really hate water, they do make, let me see if I have them right here. Yeah, they do make this kind of thing where you can like squeeze it into your water, give it a little flavoring. Buy that if you really need something, but sticking to water is gonna save you a lot. And number two, make your own things when you can. So for example, instead of getting canned beans, get dry beans and make, soak them and make the batches, freeze them if you want to, so you can pull them out in individual size portions when you need them. But using the dry beans is gonna take you a lot further than just one can of beans. Additionally, things like brown sugar. Brown sugar can get expensive if you're baking a lot and stuff. If you never use it, I guess you can buy it. But to save money, you can make your own. So I get bags of regular sugar and molasses. 1 cup to 1 tablespoon, mix it together, makes perfect brown sugar. It's super good, and made it my own. Another example is chips. So you might buy individual chip things for lunches or whatever. Buy the big party size bag, put it into bags yourself. It'll save you a lot of money. If you don't like the plastic of Ziploc bags all the time, they do make reusable, so you can put them in there, put them in the dishwasher, use them again, but separating your own chips. So things like that. Buy, the bigger portion or the thing to make it yourself and do it yourself. Save money over the long run.
Next up is meal planning.
Meal planning is one of the most basic ways to stay in budget, and you probably hear people say that all the time, but some tricks with that are to, 1, meal plan based on what you already have in your fridge. Do an inventory, see what you have, see what kind of meals you can make that into, and then plan your meals around that. Supplement with things that are on sale for that week from your grocery store. And if you have an Aldi nearby, I highly, highly, highly recommend shopping at Aldi. No matter where I've compared it to, it is always the cheapest option. I have a hard time even going to like Kroger or Walmart anymore because Aldi just beats their prices and I just can't buy things from elsewhere. Like, it just is the best. So if you have an Aldi, go. You will not just be disappointed. They do have a smaller selection, but if you can learn to make meals based on those things, you're gonna save so much money in the long run. I would also say to plan meals that go with each other when you are doing your meal plan. So for example, if you're going to do, a chicken breast with potatoes and a vegetable one night, make a little bit of extra chicken breast or whatever chicken breast you have, and then use the leftovers of that for like a shredded chicken in your pasta. Or if you do a stroganoff one night and you do it over rice, then maybe use your leftover rice that you have, because maybe it's not a whole portion for another dinner, but use it in a stir fry. Mix it with leftover vegetables from your fridge and some of that leftover chicken or leftover something that you have. It could be a veggie stir fry and just add an egg. But use the leftovers from a previous meal or the ingredients into your next meal. That way you're making sure that you use all those ingredients so that you can really get the most out of your groceries and nothing's getting thrown away, because that is one of the biggest, just money sucks, is throwing away food. You've wasted money at that point. I have a whole video on meal planning and how I do that. I'll link it. You can watch that if you want to get more in depth on that, but groceries, meals, that is just a major way that you can save money. Next up is to drink your coffee at home, and you have probably heard that over and over and you're like, duh, whatever, I still want to go out and get my coffee. And for me, I can make it at home. I have the ingredients to do it, but I just don't like it as much as going out. It just tastes different when someone else makes it. So to combat that, I would say if you need to buy a couple of extra things to make you want to make it at home, then do it, because then you'll be able to save your money on coffee. So for example, if you really like white chocolate mochas, buy yourself some white chocolate sauce. That way you can make them at home. And if you need it with whip, get yourself some heavy whipping cream, and then make the whipped cream yourself and keep it in your fridge so that you can use it throughout the week. That will be way more cost effective than getting those tubs of aerosol like whipped cream. I know those are good and so easy, but if you just take that extra step to make your own whipped cream, you're gonna save so much money. One whole tub of whipped cream, heavy whipping cream, costs less than one aerosol can of the whipped cream, and you can make probably 4 or 5 times the amount. So make your own whipped cream, but get it, if that's gonna help you drink your coffee, get the syrups, get the, expensive coffee bag. Doesn't have to be the $3 or $4 one to save money. It can be the more expensive one if it's gonna make you drink your coffee at home. That way you're not tempted to go out. Next up is to use your parks and rec centers near you for your activities, because I know for me, like, I just want to get out of the house sometimes, but if you can use those local resources, different ones have maybe bike trails, splash pads, great for the summer when it's super hot and you need to still get out. Some have creeks, we have one near us that has a creek and the kids love going rock hunting and stuff. So use those because they'll help you get out of the house. They'll give you something to do, and it's more than just like, going outside. So definitely use those free resources. And then kind of with that, plan your kids' activities to be free activities if you can. So for example, our local library, they have story time, and then right after they have like an activity, a craft usually, but I bet your library has something like that. Use your parks and playgrounds, like I just said. Playgrounds, you make a list to try 5 new ones that you've never been to make it still exciting, and go in the morning if you're going in the summer before it gets way too hot. Pro tip. Your city probably also has a lot of free events if you just look. So we have evening movies in the park that sign up. Some churches do free festivals, like not your church festival that you would go to and pay for tickets and food and all that kind of stuff, but like actually free. Like someone will sponsor it and everything will be free. You just go, show up, listen to music, have food, bouncy house type thing. You just need to look for that stuff. Anyway, I have a whole video on how to save money with kids and on your kids and stuff too. So check that out. I'm gonna link that one for you too. But activities and stuff like that, try to find the free ones. There are a lot out there if you just look and try to find them. Facebook is a good place for that, but ask around, ask your friends, and find some free things to do. So now getting like towards your house, saving money on some house costs. Number 1, close your blinds and curtains and stuff in the day, because if you do that, the sun will not come in as much, your air conditioner will not have to work as much, it'll just save you a little bit of money on your energy costs. You can also wash your clothes in cold water. I know some people like to wash whites in hot, but you don't have to. You can wash everything in cold, save yourself a little money on that hot water heater, and it will still clean your clothes. I promise you, I only use the cold cycle, and the added benefit of using cold water is that you don't necessarily have to separate. I put all clothes in one. Saves me time, I don't have to sort, and cold water doesn't make the colors run. So I don't know, added benefit and saves you money. Also, decluttering your house, 1, just gives you like a sense of peace in your home, but 2, when you declutter, you have things to sell. So if you want to make a little bit of extra cash on the side, kitchen appliances, clothing, kids clothing, furniture, things like that, those all have a huge market. You could check to sell them on Facebook. You could try to sell them at a secondhand store. You could do a garage sale, like a lot of different ways to sell them. But if you just do some decluttering and try to do that, that could help you with a few extra dollars. And speaking of secondhand stores, shop at secondhand stores. You do not need to go to Target. You don't need to go to Nordstrom. You don't need to go to any other places. You can go to Clothes Mentor, Once Upon a Child, just all those different secondhand type things. I went there the other day to look for a scooter, Once Upon a Child, to look for a scooter. We need an extra scooter. The kids keep fighting over it. And when I was there, usually like their stuff on sale or on clearance is off-season stuff, but they must be getting in more than they can sell right now because summer was even on clearance. I ended up getting a brand new scooter for $12, not even out of the box, and it was like a razor, like folding, good scooter. I got a pair of girls' sandals for my daughter for $1. I got a I got four onesies for Rosemary for 45 cents. Not each, in total, 4 for 45 cents. I got another pair of sandals for $1 and then Rosie some sandals for $3. But I'm telling you, we walked out of there for nothing with several items. Shop there. Get your items that you can there. Fill in the things that you need that they don't have with those other stores, and get what you can secondhand if you're really trying to save money. The final tip I have for you is only once a day, or once a year. So I can't say this is gonna help you all summer long, but one day in the summer, usually in August, Ohio has tax-free day, and other states do it too. It's not just Ohio, but usually the one for Ohio is in August, like around August 14th, somewhere around the middle of the month. Check when your state's is, but it is anything like back to school related is tax-free. So, and there's a couple exceptions, but they're listed on the website, but things like school supplies, clothing is considered tax-free during that time. Diapers are considered tax-free during that time. Computers, if you have purchases like that, save it for tax-free day. So if you have clothes you're trying to purchase, do it at secondhand stores and do it on tax-free day. Double the savings. If you have a computer you need, if you have diapers and you want to get bulk diapers, you know, like obviously you're going to need to buy them enough to keep you, but on tax-free day, grab a couple extra, put some money aside to go ham on that tax-free day. So just knowing that that exists, it might help you going back to school as well. And those are pretty much the tips I have today. So I hope some of these help. And if you have more cash saving ideas as, you know, this inflation kind of is getting crazy, put them below in the description or in the comments, because other people might benefit from those. I mean, I could tell you other things like ride your bike instead of driving your car, but I don't know how realistic that actually would be. So I wanted to provide the ones that were hopefully feasible and readily available for you to take part in. So that is all for today. I hope you guys have a good summer and can save some cash, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.